Greetings, humans. One day, humans, someone's going to be really, really fast and they're going to hear you yawn. And they're just going to come and they're going to go. They're going to be like, why is she so tired? It's not fair, is it? Anyway, welcome all. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to my live. It's going to be another escape room with me. Yes, I'm in my wedding outfit. Is that the right word? I don't know. But that's me. Anyway, how are we all doing? Is it Saturday? I can't remember. I think it's Saturday. Greetings, Anachronista. Welcome, everybody. I hope that the rustling of my floral crown isn't going to piss everybody off as much as it's pissing me off. Hello, Sock Monkey. Can anybody hear the rustling? Hello, Zeus. My word, what a crowd I attract. Anyway, it is escape room day. Zeus, shit, wrong account. Hello, Kyle. Sock Monkey, I look beautiful. Why, thank you. All brides do. I mean, I'm still not completely sure if I'm the bride or the groom, but there we go. Oh, hello, Apple user. That's such a shock. You won't believe who you've just missed. Anachronist, have I said hello to Kyle? Hello, Kyle. Again, if I've already said hello. Anachronist, you're eating rice cakes. They smell weird. Just saying. Paula, why are you shaking your floofy anus at me? Crown, mucho, I must admit, it's... There we go. It's looking a bit worn, as indeed we all are. The wedding's gone on, right? It's gone on and on and on a bit more. Very demure, Anachronist, indeed, indeed. Hello, Skip. Hello, Sondra. Hey, Josh. Human coughing already, dear, oh dear. They're caramel flavored. They still smell weird, Anachronist. I'm telling you. They smell weird. Hello, Kaluna. Oh, so posh. You will, of course, subscribers find all the stickers, although I can't remember what they were. I know one of them's a sword, but that's it. Paula, when I'm done with my crown, we can make tea with it. Very boring tea. They may also not be real roses. I don't want to give away your secrets, human. Oh, we've got underpants, syphilis, and a sword. Of course we do. Of course we do. What wouldn't we have? Anyway, Sondra, it's your birthday next week tomorrow. What? What do you mean next week tomorrow? Is it next week or is it tomorrow? Baldur, it's not your birthday. Excellent, excellent. Which I could always stop. What, the wedding? Oh no, I feel we have to see it through now. I'd hate to cheat everybody after coming all this way. Going through all of this. Even Zelo is decorated, yes. Oh, don't forget, guys, Slay Magazine. Since we have another week of wedding stuff to come. And Zelo is, of course, the flower girl. Yeah. Salutations, Ace. Radiant. Why, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, don't think of AJ Sword, everybody. Anachronist, a week tomorrow is what Sondra is trying to say. Right. Okay. Next Sunday. Right, Sondra. Well, this is going to piss you off because the human has planned, or I have planned. Thank you, human. I like to be able to see everybody. The human has planned a wedding escape room finale next Sunday. Sondra. So you have a choice. If we decide to do an extra escape room on the Saturday, then it has to be hosted by Zula. Or you can wait until I return from my honeymoon to do a special themed escape room. Your choice, Sondra. That's too much of a choice. Apple user and Paula have very similar questions. How many spouses or weddings have I had? Enough. Thanks, enough. You know, one's too few. It's the same as Kure and Jin. One is too few. 20 is apparently too many. But we've got a poll going. Oh, we may be people. Anyway, I'm behind with the messages. Hello, Ruth. Yes, a very happy birthday for Thursday. I'm behind with the messages. Hello, Glitch. I'm going to try and catch up. And now, Chris, you have crumbs in your bra. Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? Glitch is the human calm today. The human starts calm every day. And then she just is pulled, kicking and screaming into the insanity that unfolds. Miss Susie is today the wedding. Miss Susie, the wedding's been going on for, I don't know, is it 2 weeks now, human? It's getting very confusing, isn't it? It's getting very confusing. The wedding was initially supposed to be done like a one and done thing. But I mean, plans never work out like that, and the human has driven herself completely insane. But one way or another, by the end of next week, it'll all be done. Yes. Anachronista, as I've recently released... Have I recently released? Can you smell that from there? The human is having too much fun. Paula the human has completely fucking lost it. If anybody has been looking on Patreon, I feel like Patreon at the moment is a window into the human's brain spaghetti mess. And anybody can look on Patreon to see what I mean. You can do it entirely for free to get a gist of just how deep the human has plummeted. Sondra, can it be Tipo? No, it's Zula. I'm not giving you too much. Applebee's, you still want some of the remains of your trust, don't we all? Don't we all? Right. It's probably best not to... Miss Susie, have we done the vows yet? No. We're doing the vows next week. You haven't missed the vows, although you can get a sneak preview if you'll purchase your copy of Slay magazine. You'll find the full vows in there. Otherwise, you'll get to hear the vows sometime this week. I don't remember when. It's a lot. There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot going on. Kaluna, what? Who? What? Kaluna says Patreon has been highly entertaining. Yeah, it's unhinged the human. This wedding has unhinged the human. It's all gone. It's all kicked off. AJ, how much of the live have you missed? We've only been going 10 minutes, but we have already talked about your sword, so you know. Anyway, Sondra, you're going to wait for your escape room. Okay. The human is sorry that we planned it this way, but then we didn't plan for the wedding to take as long as it did. So, yeah. Is it going to be my last wedding? Because low-key you could see me and Tipo. Apple user, wash your mouth out. Once you've had nuggies, you never want anything else. Gucci did not design my wedding dress, Mr. Werewolf Dude. In fact, hello JC, where's the wine? Corey's drunk it all. In fact, Mr. Werewolf Dude, we are going to fire the costume designer, because, as I'm sure some of you have noticed, I don't want to give too much away from behind the scenes, but we've used green screen for some of it. And yeah, there's too much floof and feathers and fine things and too many greeny colours. And that has tested the human sanity as well. Hello, nosy neighbour. Please, Miss Susie, we don't need to start talking about Mike's sword. We've already got AJ's. Miss Susie, you gave swords to all your groomsmen. This sounds like my kind of wedding. Oh, wait. Are they swords or are they swords? I think we should move on. Poor AJ is going to cry. Let's move on. T-pose too practical. Fuck it. T-pose too practical for marriage. T-pose too lots of things for marriage. To be fair, I didn't think I was cut out for marriage, and yet here I am in my umpteenth attempt. Maybe I'll perfect it this time. What do we think? Oh dear, human. Hola, Emma. April, so you could see me with Kure, you know, getting some cat. April, so you're just too smutty. No, Somdra, no, we are not having any Kipo. Kipo is not a thing. Although, human, do you recall me saying that about Blaz? way back when. Do you remember? No Kipo. Apple user, we need to throw swords in the euphemism bin. There's a euphemism bin? I'd like to have a rummage through that. But I'm afraid, Apple user, nothing can eclipse jam. Still a classic. Imagine the wild animal noises. Sondra, that's revolting. You absolute voyeur. Is that the only reason that you're behind Kipo? It's because you want to hear, like, you want to have the whole house reduced to a jungle? Do you really want the human to lose her shit, do you? Mr. Welldo, what made me fall in love with Breton? I don't know. I think I probably inhaled something from one of my science experiments in the basement that affected me too much. And then I couldn't back out, really. Breton sort of grows on you like a fungus. The idea of disappointing Breton would break my heart. Emma, you're on the bus and a kid's screaming. Don't smack them. No, I don't condone that. Not unless you're ready to jump off the bus. Nothing involving Breton could be perfect. Oh, you really do hate my nuggie, don't you? Don't you? Right, I'm behind with the messages. And actually, I know I said it was never going to happen. Blaz in the basement, Kipo in the loft. Human, there'll be no escape. Poor human. Kipo, yay, nay, of course not, you weirdo, or maybe. Guys, not a democracy. Ruth, you think you drunk yourself sober? Ruth, I think you're very, very lucky that you're still young enough to do that. Yeah. Right, I'm going to try and catch up. Asia, call me a softie. Come on. Ace, I have a heart, I know. Or at least I have something in the cavity in my chest. Paula, didn't it happen when I helped Breton appear to be smart? Well, there is a playlist called Educating Breton, and you can find it on TikTok and on YouTube. And yeah, that's our love story. What can I say? So you can go and check that out if you want. Probably you don't want to know what's going on in my cavity. Human, don't laugh like that. Maybe Kipo can borrow the luxury. There's no Kipo. There will be no Kipo. Seriously, guys, I think it'll kill the human to have to have another, like, not even a wedding, but just another romance. It's no, and we're not bringing back Zuna either, Apple user. Yeah. Yes, but you zombie fungus. If that's what helps you get through it. Oh, Mr. Welford, that's a lovely poem. Brazen pledging innocent love, spreading peace everywhere. They deserve joy. Well, we're spreading something, but it's not peace. The human's got a special mop and bucket for it now. There's so much of it. Apple user, can Zuna get a sticker? No. In fact, the Zuna socks are sat right over there right now. Human thought about whipping them out, but she decided to leave them be. Just like the ancestors, there are some things you've just got to leave be, okay? Like Kipo, like Zuna, like AJ's sword. You know, you've just got to leave them be. What is Zuna? Zuna is a terrifying manifestation of the human's mind that looks very much like some blue and white spotty socks. That appeared, what did it appear in? Did it appear in a Patreon video? I don't know. But anyway, speaking of manifestations of the human's brain, she opened TikTok. I think it was yesterday, and someone was saying about how you can train yourself out of maladaptive daydreaming. And the human was like, why the fuck would anybody want to do that? So that's what Zuna is. There we go. Miss Susie. Oh, Miss Susie's getting a bacon croissant and a cup of tea. Do you think Bletton would do that for me? Do you think? I don't know. I'm going to say hey to his girl. Hey. After you use Zuna's your god? Zuna's your god? I know an actress, so maladaptive daydreaming is why would anybody want to get out of that? Some of the best parts of the human's day. I mean, we'd be dead in the fucking water, wouldn't we? Anyway. Oh, human. Oh, that's better, human. Oh, there we go. I can see now. Human, you can rummage with my floofy bits anytime. Don't tell Blettin. Oh, don't make this a thing. Anyway, shall we think about starting the escape room? It always makes me nervous when a poll appears. More maybe people. No Kipo. Should we start the escape room? Isn't that why we're here? By the way, why, human, why do we do this? Why do we say, oh, let's do this, and then sidetrack ourselves? What was I going to say? Oh, shit. And actually, do I need you to do polls? They should be ready to go. There should be 3 polls, and they should be pre-programmed. Miss Susie, you like the kissing sounds. Anyway, what I was going to say is tomorrow's live, you may join Zula for a quiz. A quiz about me and my Blet, to see what you know about us. That'll be interesting, won't it? Human, what are you doing? Are you trying to find an escape room? Sit tight, everybody. Oh, no, human, don't look for it there. 1 second. Human's done one of those things, you know how occasionally it happens that she thinks she's had a good idea and it turns out it's a really, really shit idea. Yeah. She thought she'd use a different thingy to open it And it's, yeah, humans having a moment. Humans having a moment. Kaluna, you have slightly inconvenient daydreaming. I know. I find I always get right into a really good daydream when there's something really important to do. Like human hits prime daydreaming time at about 5 to 4 on a Saturday afternoon. Which explains a lot, doesn't it? It explains a lot. Anyway, let's... Human is not always either of those things, Mr. Werewolf Dude. And you know what? That's okay. She bumbles. She bumbles along and somehow it works. Somehow it works. Anyway. Right. Shall we start the escape room? Yeah. It's before 1:30. Hang on, have I done everything I'm supposed to? I've plugged tomorrow's live. Oh, by the way, it's also Monday is the sub-only live, so if you're a sub, don't forget to join us at the usual time. If you're not a sub, you can subscribe or wait till next weekend when it's free again, or I think you can join, but I think you get kicked out, something like that. AJ, need to change your name and flee the country. Too late for that. By the way, don't forget to buy my shit. We've got Slay. You can sign up to Patreon. You can go and look at... There's lots of free stuff. Because it's wedding month, there's lots of free stuff on Patreon. So go and check it out. And you can do a free trial as well. Don't forget Blaslets, Razlets, all of that jazz. Oh, and the special confetti. Oh, human stretch. The surprise confetti from Razcorp Limited. By the way, no one is at all interested in what might be in the surprise confetti. What makes it a surprise? Apple user who is hosting the sub only live? Tipo is. Tipo intends to have some poetry ready, but considering it's Monday and we haven't actually fucking written it yet, well, you know, the human likes a challenge. She, every so often, she just, you know, has things too easy, doesn't she? Oh, Miss Susie, trust you to want something that we haven't got. Where can you get a blue and peach flower garland? The only blue and peach flower garland you can get is an accessory for your Razlet or Blaslet. They've got them. You'll find them on the website, links in profile and all that jazz. But yeah, the Blaslets have got them. But to be honest, Miss Susie, if you saw the absolute monstrosity of wires and pins that are lurking behind my eyes, you would know why we do not have these for sale in our merch shop. Yeah. Oh, hello, cat girl. I look cute. I know, right? I'm adorable. But the human is very brutal with the safety pins. What can I say? Yeah. Anyway, how can I be so far behind with the messages again, human? I only stopped to plug everything. Paula, you're dying to know what's in the confetti. Paula, you're dying to know. Apple user, can we have keepolets? No, there's no keepo. Guys, chill. Besides, come on, it's almost September. It's September. How the fuck is it September tomorrow, human? And then it's spooky month. We've got loads of stuff coming, right? I tell you what, shall I give you a tiny, itty bitty, teeny weeny human? 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Human, you did that uptight. Should I give you one tiny sneak preview of what's in here? I tell you what, a human, why don't I hold it? It's fine. Well done, human. No one can see what the fuck that is. Well done. Well done. Well done. Can anyone? No, okay. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it, if you can't see it? If you've got the latest copy, I tell you what, everybody who's got the latest copy of Slay magazine, see if you can put in the oh, fuck, Paul has already done it. Yes, Paul, it's a teeny weeny itty bitty comic of Space Desk Monthly in the surprise confetti. It's not a surprise confetti anymore. But oh, human, we can't. But, I don't know what we're going to fucking do with it now. Human, cast it aside. Just put it all away. Surprise! And there goes the human. So that's just a little snippet, a tiny little sneaky peeky poo of what is in the surprise confetti. And now, guys, I am so far behind with the messages. I feel like I should just give up this live and not try and get up to date again until next week. Mr. Welfdo, is the human okay? Human's never okay. Human doesn't remember what okay is. Human, if you're on Patreon, you will find that the human in a video this week says that the human has not been okay since before this fucking wedding. So there we go. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm still so far behind with the messages, but I'm just gonna bumble. I'm just gonna bumble through. I'll learn it off the human. That's what she does. Oh, hello, Terracotta. Feel like giving up now? Now I really sound like I'm married. Right. So, hello, Chaz. Human can't stop laughing. I know. Human is broken. Human is broken already. Right. Yeah. Well, let's just. Oh, hello, Suki. Hello. No, Suki, we haven't started yet. Fuck no. Half an hour in, we've got another 20 minutes yet. App user is the demon guy from the No. App user, I don't have the staff come to my wedding. Ugh. Paul, you feel like our father has influenced everything about this life. Little sneak peek. Patreon, if you're a paid subscriber on Patreon, our father has a guest appearance in a video this week coming up. How's that for a little sneak preview? Oh, there's so many sneaky previews, little sneaky peeks. I can't remember most of them though. Kyle the human does indeed hear Milk Me Daddy and Mint Choc Chip in her nightmares. She was never really a fan of Mint Choc Chip, but I don't think she can ever eat it again now, which is a shame. Suki, thank you for my gifts. Thank you. Anyway, shall I just start? Shall I? Anyway, everybody, thank you. Yes, patrons, you will see the human father make a guest appearance, and you will love it. You've got to love it. You will love it. Faith, you got asked if this was appropriate for TikTok. Wow. I mean, obviously, yes. Obviously. AJ, where do you buy surprise confetti and how much is it? You buy it from my website. There's a link in my profile. Fuck, human, do you remember how much it is? I think it's £12.99, and I think postage in the UK is about £4 or something. I don't know. Something like that. Postage is really quite expensive, isn't it, human? We're upset about that. Anyway, escape room? Right. You wake to find yourself laying on a cold, hard, tiled floor. You rub your head as you open your eyes, trying to remember how you ended up unconscious. Paula, it is £12.99. Thank you. That's pounds. It's obviously other things for other people. That's how currency works, really, isn't it? As you get to your feet, you remember it being your birthday, and you also recall visiting your favourite pet shop. AJ, you're going to smoke the surprise confetti? What? That's terrible. Do you know what, AJ? Suddenly explains a lot. It's your favourite because it's part of a huge garden centre full of luxury sheds. You can't think of a better way to spend your birthday. As you take in your surroundings, you're surprised to discover you're still there. The pet shop is slightly darker and closed, and the door is locked with a combination padlock requiring 4 digits. But it's the same place, except there is a layer of dirt and dust on everything. It makes you wonder how long you've been unconscious for. You investigate the pet shop and discover to your dismay that most of the pets don't seem to have survived. You carefully look over all the tanks, cages and terrariums just in case some poor creature can be saved. You see movement in a large but shallow open pond in the middle of the room. You also notice a strange creature quietly shuffling around an open cage. And in the corner of the room there is, of course, a large taxidermy bear. You think there's also something alive in a large terrarium positioned along the back wall, but you'll need a small key to unlock it. You decide to ignore the locked staffroom door, which also needs a key to open it, and instead focus on the animals. So where first? Pond, cage or bear? That is the first... Paul, please, anachronista. Pond, cage or bear? Yeah. What's a large taxidermy bear doing in a pet shop garden centre? Our producer, I love that you keep asking this. But, I mean, this is one of the places where it makes most sense to have a large taxidermy bear, right? Alexander, when is the wedding day going to continue? Alexander, there will be posts every other day for all of this week. And by the end of the coming week, we will know one way or another what has happened with the wedding. And then if you are a patron, you will be able to see the whole wedding, every part of it, all in one go, on Monday. Is it Monday the 9th? You'll have a big old video all in one go. Tara Cotter, you saying about your pet shop pond actually inspired the human to add it into this. You, Tara Cotter, are the reason it's there. Right, cage. Everybody said cage. So, thank you. So, yeah. Are there cows in the pet shop? No, Paula, no. Don't eat anything. Thank you. Well, actually, no. If you want to start eating various parts of the pet shop, including its inhabitants, deceased or otherwise, then by all means go ahead. AJ, you don't have a knife yet, so you shouldn't go after bear. Yeah. Monday the 9th is the day after your birthday. Right. So yes, that day, Sondra. Right. Cage. You decide to take a close look at the cage. As you approach, the strange creature grows still and watches you with a haunted expression. You wonder if it was treated badly. It definitely looks like it's seen some shit go down. Despite its cage being dusty and dirty, the creature has managed to maintain its pelt of a most startling green colour. You attempt to stroke it, hoping to soothe it, but it stares at you. You can't quite tell if its expression shows pity, contempt, or ice-cold anger. But you do notice some odd stitches on its back and something glistening beneath. If you had something sharp, you might be able to slice it open and retrieve whatever object has been sewn into the creature. Perhaps it might even be grateful to you. Perhaps. So there we go. We need to do some impromptu surgery. Sounds delightful, doesn't it? I've always wanted to do that. It's quite difficult when you don't have hands, though. Kaluna, your phone died. Well, oddly enough, Kaluna, that's very apt because we're in a pet shop where most of the inhabitants have died. Yeah. Apple user, what songs are there this week? Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't know what fucking songs there are this week. It's just take with you, isn't it, Apple user? Impromptu surgery could also be done with a mouth or a prehensile tail. Or anything else that might be prehensile, I suppose. I'm always game to give it a go, Paula. Oh, come on, guys. Don't make Ruth upset. Get tapping. Get tapping. Fuck, what we're supposed to be doing something, aren't we? What are we doing? What was the choice? It was bear, cage, or pond. So now I guess your choice is bear or pond? Yeah? An actress to 30,000 likes and the human wears Raz's hat. I'll be honest. This thing ain't coming off my head anytime soon. Nuh-uh. Besides which, the human has her own very tasteful headpiece. Human, have you been wearing that in any of the things on here, or is it just on Patreon? Don't remember, but she's got her own thing. Can we tear bear open like a bag of crisps? No. I mean, it's an answer. It's not a good answer. It's not a funny answer. An actress of 30,000 likes. What can the human do for 30,000 likes? How about for 30,000? Okay, we're going to look at bear. How about for 30,000, the human will pinch everything off CeeLo? How about that? Anyway, it's not a democracy, is it? Paula, button it. Oh, Kaluna, you just learned how to tap on a computer. Now you have to go and find the stickers. Do you know, I wouldn't know where to begin. I wouldn't know where to begin. Sondra, human looks lovely at my wedding. Right, behind the scenes, you know, if you have seen the human's outfit for the wedding, it makes the human think of, you know, the last verse in Copacabana where they say, she looks so refined, drinks herself half blind. She lost her youth, she lost her Tony, and now she's lost her mind. That. That. Oh, yeah, shit, right, bear. Let's look at bear. Let's look at bear. Let's not talk about humans' headgear. We said bear. Does the human have a fascinator? It's something like that. Apple user minus the Tony part. To be fair, we don't know anyone called Tony. The only Tony we knew is actually dead. There we go. Paula, you want to know what Human Family thinks of this? Human Father, who is famous for not watching any of my videos, said to the Human the other day, I like your outfit, your wedding outfit. And Human was like, what? Anyway, 24 and I sing Copacabana. I can't sing all of it. I don't know all of it. We don't have all of it. Papa Hume's the best. Unexpected comment. I tell you what, I tell you what else. Oh yeah, I was putting the fun in funeral, but it's okay. We've got over them. Can only you watch a 2-year-old named Tony? No. It's an old person name. I tell you what else Papa Human has come out with this week. And the Human had that moment where she's like, do I need to get him medically checked? Or is that, you know, actually a really fucking good point? He said, it'd be so much easier if you could see sounds. Because there was a funny noise and he was trying to figure out what it was. And he was like, no, it'd be so much easier if you could just see it as well, wouldn't it? And, and the Human sort of couldn't argue with that. But also at the same time didn't know if she had to start worrying about him. AJ, we need a Copacabana cover about how Human met everyone. We did the sea shanty about our origin story, didn't we? We've got that somewhere. I like the way everyone's reminiscing about how many Tonys they know. Mr. Wolfdo, the Human Father, does not need his own TikTok, thank you. I know, Paula, he's not wrong though, is he? That's what really disturbs the Human most some of the time. Skip, is it called synesthesia or something? Where colours and sounds, or is that where it's colours and flavours and... I don't know. Anachronista, repost the sea shanty. Okay, we'll try and do that. Anachronista, could you put it in the group chat, please? Otherwise... Human absolutely will not fucking be able to do that. Oh, an actress just said about synesthesia. Right. AJ, you have a vision. Oh, AJ. The only Tony you know is on Hollyoaks. Terracotta pills exist that help you do that. Am I Human Father taking you fishing on TikTok? No, come on. We don't know. No to Human Father. No. Right. So, anyway, now that we've had all this discussion about Human Father, TikTok, Tonys and Hollyoaks, should we just have a look at Bear? This is going to be a really long escape room, isn't it, Human? Right, you decide to take a closer look at Bear. Dear Bear, you suddenly start wondering if the pet shop sells any wild salmon flavoured pet shoes? Pet food? Or maybe any picnic baskets? Pet shoes? Although you can get pet shoes. But anyway, I digress. But you don't suppose it would be much use to Bear if you did. Paula, you want salmon pet shoes now? Well, there's one of next week's stickers, Human. Salmon pet shoes. Anyway, you run your hand lovingly through Bear's fur, but it feels grimy and matted. In fact, it's such a tough and hard texture that you won't be able to pierce it with something sharp. You'll have to find another way to help Bear give up anything valuable. Kaluna, long escape room will let you charge your phone. Using a computer is a bit... I know, right? I can't even imagine. I can't even... Oh, human, I think you've just accidentally pushed something. Apologies to whoever the human has just accidentally invited to the live. She doesn't mean it. Let's give Bear a what, Miss Susie? Paula, you're still here. If everyone's still here, human thinks her fingers are getting bigger. It's getting harder and harder to navigate on here. Anyway, what are we doing? Pond, thank you. Right, pond. Hello, Fizzy Frog. You're back. Oh, well, greetings. Oh, and Devilish D, it was you that the human accidentally pressed something, so I'm very sorry about that, but I'm glad that you found it funny. So all's well that ends well. The human hasn't blocked anybody. Hasn't upset anyone yet. That'll come later. The Greek myth fruit. Okay, whatever you say, Apple user. Let's Mr. Welf, did you want to put Bear in the pond? What? Fizzy Frog, you got banned. It happens. Oh, a blowout is a hairdryer head. Thank you, Kaluna. Kaluna, to be honest, we glossed over that. Because I didn't want to, lower the tone. But I didn't know. I didn't know. And it does sound very suggestive, doesn't it? But okay, it's a hair thing, human, it's a hair thing. Maybe I myself could get a blowout. I know, Sondra, I know, languages and all that. Mr. Well, we did say we need a way to open Bear, but dunking him in a pond seems a bit her. I don't know what Bear is in a pond. Devilish D, your daughter would love me. I don't know how old your daughter is, but I presume she's an adult. We can be a bit much. No, Sondra, we're not using AJ's sword for anything. Thank you. Right. Is there a thing in the pond? Devilish D, do we read stories to kids? No, we do bedtime stories, but they are of a more grown-up nature and vaguely horrific. They will induce nightmares. See, I look nice and I sound nice, but within me beats the heart of a raging psychopath. Yeah. Oh, we've got a poll going. Is this to help me or to hinder me? I don't know anymore. Oh, we're deciding what Jennifer the Bear is. Okay. I mean, they're called... Does that mean anything, Jennifer? I don't know. You decide to take a closer look at the large pond. Devilish D, maybe I should. A lot of people say that they find me calming and soothing. And in many ways, that is how I lull my victims. There's a little top tip for everybody there. There's a little hack for you. Be calming and soothing and... Oh, Bear is inconclusive. We have an inconclusive Bear. I mean, Paula, you're happy for a gender fluid bear, but not bear fluids. Yeah. A non-binary bear. I sounded like a drunk Kure. There was lots of you making the non-binary. Mr. Wellington, what's in the pond, please? Right, everybody, come on, come on, come on. New sticker alert, yes, Paula, we'll have a non-binary sticker. Right, you decide to take a closer look in the large pond. Come on, everybody. Dozens of fish carcasses at varying stages of decomposition bob around in the dark water. Though every fibre of your being tells you not to, you decide to poke your finger in the water anyway. You swirl it around, disturbing rotting fish and creating an unholy smell, but the texture of the pond reminds you of soup. You lick your finger, longing for the old days of when human soup and giblet goblets were always readily available. Not like these days when all anyone can think about is AJ's sword. Suddenly, movement catches your eye under the water and you reach out to scoop up whatever creature is there. You're surprised to remove your hand from the water and discover a very small octopus curled around your wrist. You watch as it raises its tentacles at you, flipping you off, but also revealing that it's clutching a knife. You know how hard they are to come by, so you grab the knife while the octopus is raising its arms at you. You anticipated a fight, but the octopus seems uninterested in getting the knife back and simply releases your hand and flops back into the water. So there we go, you have a knife, everybody. Isn't that nice? We do no bear song, no octopus song. We haven't done any songs. We didn't do any songs last week, did we? Did we? AJ, you're just happy that I'm just trying to stop put your sword in bear. I'm not sure either of them consented. What do we want? Do we want the bear song? Or do we want the Persephone song? What should we have? Moochie, you want to go back to the cage? Paula's doing the Paula. Do you know what? Let's sing the bear song. Oh, human, careful, you're going to chuck the open tube of confetti all over the fucking floor, aren't you? Human Hoover today. And now she's going to chuck all of her confetti, my confetti, these surprise confetti, all over everywhere. That'll make her cross. It'll make her laugh somewhat hysterically, but it'll also make her cross. Right, the bear song. Bear. I'll stop waffling. Oh, no, actually, I'll never stop waffling. Right, the bear song. Come on, human, we can do this. Oh, Kaluna, a Persephone mashup. And I said, ooh, but no. No, we mustn't. It's hard enough as it is. Right, where's Bear? Bear. Oh, come on, human. Come on, Bear. With the big intro. Ready? Yeah. Yes, Paula mustn't. Wow, 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 wow. Wah, wah, wah. You know, I can make Bletton make that noise. Very unusual for a chicken, you know. But there we go. Jenny used to live in the woods. Oh, raiding beehives, hunting with passion for wild salmon. Ba-ba-ba-da. She used to steal picnic baskets. Until she got caught, the hunters showed no pity or compassion. But Jennifer made sure that she never forgot, stuck in this pose for eternity or not, she was taxidermied and frozen to the spot. But she can still do a lot. Come on! Whoa! Giving guidance and care. Whoa! as a taxidermy bear. Find a knife and I'll help you, I swear. Whoa, as a taxidermy bear. Well done, everybody. You all joined in. That was fucking awesome. That was so exciting. You are all completely barking, aren't you? Aren't you? I think for that, I'm going to let the human take a sip. I think that's only fair, don't you? But well done, everybody, for joining in with all the woes. Paula, we need an in-person karaoke meetup. That could be tricky when we're all over the globe. Carl, you actually started singing it out loud. It's hard not to, isn't it? We don't even remember what the real words to Living on a Prayer are anymore. Mr. Werewolf Dude, you'd like the Rasputin song, would you, to celebrate our wedding? Suki, most of us are UK based. We're all spread out quite a bit, and we've got a smattering that aren't in the UK, including Paula at the moment. Just meet at Sainsbury's. The big one, or I mean, fuck it, may as well be spoons, right? Paul, you are the smattering. We've called you worse. Oh, Kaluna's way, way away. Kaluna's so far away that we want to look that way, but we might as well look that way. Stand just as much of a chance. That was funny in my head. It made sense in my head. I mean, it now. It just sounds weird. Miss Susie's a part-timer. Mutu, yours is probably the trickiest. Yours is probably the trickiest to figure that out. Abby says the big Tesco's. Anachronistic, you want to hear Rasputin, but Blettin's version? God, I know the headdress. Shall I tell you, it's not just the headdress that's the problem. Human, are you going to touch me there? You have my permission. See? That's what needs to happen, Carl. It's not just the headdress. It's the whole head. Anyway, I've forgotten what the fuck I'm doing. Come on. Mr. Werewolf did a karaoke session on Zoom. That sounds hellish. Mooch says, so cage with the knife? Let's do the cage with the knife. Apple user, I bet you want to hear the Apple user song. Skip, you and Frog is a central one way, but not central. You're central horizontally, but not vertically. So now that we all know that, yes, Suki, now that we all know that, what are we doing with the knife? We'll have a look. Again, Suki, that made sense in my head, but maybe not out loud. You know, horizontally, but not vertically. Yeah. Northern Petrol, where's their blue hair talking to me? Oh, sounds like you need help, my friend. If that's going to freak you out, then the whole of the rest of this live is just going to be hellish for you. Right. Apple user, you've been imagining Froggers with a Yorkshire accent. I mean, it's amusing, but I mean, why would anyone know? Why would anyone know? Carl, what were we doing? We were going to the cage, weren't we? Let's just go to the cage, guys. Let's go to the cage. Oh yeah, we were going to do a little bit of surgery, a little bit of impromptu surgery. Oh, Jesus Christ, human, it's 5 o'clock already. You hold the creature still as you carefully slice open the stitching with the knife. The creature makes no sound and remains still. The glistening item quickly falls out. It's a small key, the kind that might open a terrarium. Specifically, you place the key in your pocket before looking back at the bright green creature. It glares as you scratch your head, only just realising that you have no way to sew it back up again. You shrug by way of apology, but the creature's expression doesn't change. There's nothing more you can do except slowly back away and hope it doesn't hold a grudge. So there we go. Was that worth the wait? I don't think so. Where do we want to look now? Kaluna, for you it's only 9, so you've got ages until you've got to worry that it's 5 o'clock already. I mean, we've been doing this for an hour. But I mean, not this, but... Suki says, use the key. Use the key. It's a long way to terrarium. Paula, it's only noon for you. Well, I hope that I don't keep going until all of you until we reach 5 o'clock for all of you, because that will be exhausting. Apple user, don't put the key in your jam. Seriously, can anyone hear the rustling of my floral crown as I talk? Because it's really quite a lot. I'll do it close to the human's microphone. Oh, Anachronista, I don't think we've reached another pole yet. We've still got ages yet. Apple user, maybe don't put anything in your jam. The human is not doing a 24-hour live, though. No, human. Right. Yeah, Anachronista, we haven't got to the second pole yet. Right, you take the key and unlock the huge terrarium. You're struck by a wave of intense heat as you open the door, as at least the heater for the tank seems to have remained working. You look for the tank's occupant and notice a large snake at the other end, but it spots you at the same time and begins speeding towards you, as quick as it can slither. You slowly step back. It looks like a bit of a dick to you, and you can only watch in horror as the tank heater suddenly bursts into flames at the exact moment the snake passes it. In moments, the snake is nothing more than a blackened and crispy carcass. But you also find a key next to the snake's remains, which you're sure will come in handy. We're not doing a 12-hour live until it's 5 a.m. No. Kaluna, you propose Raz ASMR with crown rustling and softly veiled threats. Oh, Paula, please leave AJ's poles, swords, and everything else out of it. Oh, speaking of poles. Space Test Monthly or the staff? I haven't got to that bit yet. I haven't. Hang on, we've skipped a bit. Hang on, let me. You use the key to unlock the door to the staff room. You open it up and find the staff room is rather unsurprising. Most of the room seems filled up with old stock, out-of-date pet food, damaged cans, and discarded animal toys. Since you don't have time for random food tasting, despite how often you've wondered whether the pet food actually tastes like the label suggests, you ignore the piles of useless clutter, which leaves only 2 things of interest in the room. One is an old copy of Space Test Monthly, while the other is a member of staff who seems to have expired during their break. You hope for their sake it was the end of their break. So, Space Test Monthly or staff? And it's a fucking tie. So yeah, let's do it again. Space Test Monthly or staff? They're going to make it a tie again, aren't they? AJ, I'm afraid it's a bit late to ask people to leave your sword alone. It's kind of one of the key reasons people tune in now. I should have gone human. We should have gone Space Desk Monthly, shouldn't we? And in person, you can actually read that it says Space Desk Monthly. It's just that the human's, phone is shit. Anyway, well, that poll is almost finished. Space Desk Monthly wins, of course it does. Of course it does. So, Space Desk Monthly it is, right? Come on, we can do this. Is the notebook comfy to sit on? Do you know what, Skip? The human just leaves her shit around. It's got the notebook. The phone is under there as well, that's got all the music on. Just look at her. No respect. No respect. Anyway, whoa. Human pushed something on her tab while she was doing that, serves you right. Paul, you put your reading glasses on and your tummy rumbles. Well, reading first. Okay. You decided to take a closer look at the old copy of Space Desk Monthly. It has a special article with its... Oh, hello, Froggis. Or should I say hey up? Froggis, you've just missed a revelation. Apple user thought you were English, specifically from Yorkshire. I'll just let that simmer while we read Space Desk Monthly. It has an article with its sister magazine, Luxury Shed Weekly, all about the best desks to pair with the best sheds to give comfort, practicality, or ambience. The way the Space Desk 4000 wedges incredibly tightly across the Luxury Shed's secret escape hatch really does it for you. But you also notice that the last page of the article has been defaced by someone scribbling all over it in black marker. They've drawn a massive number 6 and number 9. Bum, bum, ba. Which means now we'll look at the staff. Let's move that. Human's going to lose it. I bet we're going to go to sing another song and Human's not going to remember where she put the fucking phone now. Yeah. Mr. Welf, would you like to check out Carl? I think you mean staff. Yeah. At least they had the sense to do proper graffiti numbers. Yeah. So you decided to take a closer look at the poor member of staff slumped over the table. You're not sure how long he's been dead, but he looks distractingly juicy. You were just going to help yourself to whatever was in his pockets, but you wonder why you should stop there. Poor Carl, poor dead Carl, poor tasty dead Carl. As you pull a tender thigh away from the rest of the body, you wonder when poor DC will ever catch a break. You thought you had bad luck with jobs, but you've never actually died doing them. Yet. Between chewing great meaty chunks of DC, you do actually check his pockets and you're delighted to find a lighter. You're sure that will come in handy. Ruth, am I the bride or the groom? Yes. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. I think broom or bride would be more appropriate, Carl. So, we've got a lighter, guys. Oh, well, Kaluna's going to get cooking with the lighter. Staff, no, staff as in personnel, Miss Susie. Oh, Paula, that's deranged even for you. Yes, Suki, yay, lighter. Does anybody know what we've got to do with the lighter? No, not set fire to the staff room or to cook bits of dead Carl. Anybody remember? Anybody? Yes, Mr. Werewolf Dude. We're going to go and open bear. We're going to burn bear. Yes, Apple User. Yes, Kyle. Yes, we're going to burn bear. Oh, hello, Mr. Pickles. Looking hot. Don't you know it? Froggies, I'm sure you can tell me several things to do with the lighter. Yeah. You take the lighter and set fire to bear. Whatever had caused their fur to become so hard, apparently, is also highly flammable. As the fire subsides, you manage to salvage a scrap of paper from Bear's remains. It has the number 6 and Yeehaw written on it. Yes, Cluna, we can rely on Mr. Werewolf Dude for some things, and we can rely on Froggis for others. It actually has the number 6 and 8 written on it. But I prefer 6 and Yeehaw. So, I mean, we've finished. Does it? All of a sudden, we finished. I know, guys, 6 and 8. Bam, bam, bam. I know. I love the way that the human really does try to think up fun things, and actually the only thing that she really has to do to freak you all out is just chuck an 8 in there instead of a 9, and you'll just all lose your shit. Yeah. And actually, there is still one poll. There is. We've got the ending to do. Paula, that's traumatized you. That's the thing. Anyway, now that you have the code, you're able to enter it into the padlock and swing the doors open. You're not exactly greeted with fresh air. In fact, it reeks of something truly unholy, and you struggle against spewing up all of DC's deliciousness that you just devoured. You manage to pull yourself together enough to remember you're supposed to be escaping. But before you're able to walk through the door, you're distracted by noise from behind you. You turn around to see that all the previously expired creatures in the pet shop have somehow regenerated, and they all seem somewhat cross. It makes you glad that all the tanks and cages seem to be secure enough to keep the zombie pets contained. However, the same is not true of dead Carl, and he seems quite eager to return the favour of devouring you, and not in a fun way. You need to think fast, but what do? Do you fight or do you flee? You reckon one swift push could shove DC back into the staff room, letting you lock the door and scarper. He is dead after all. Or you could just leg it and hope DC's one of those old, slow and stupid type zombies. Choose! Fight or flee! Oh, I got a bit energetic there. Fight or flee, that's your final choice. Fight or flee. Mr. Piggles, it was the 6 and 8 that did it. I know, right? It should have been 6, 7 because 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So, escaping. I know, Froggus, escaping. Yes. So, please do vote in the poll. Actually, AJ, you're the only one with the sword. And you're just going on and on about it now. Well, Suki says leg it. Let's see what one we're going to be reading first. Oh, we're going to be reading Fight first. Oh, you're all feeling brave. That doesn't normally happen. Paul, you can't function. Honestly. So dramatic, aren't they? With the swords and the laying down and giving up and... Right. Mr. Pickles, you'll flee only to trip and die anyway. Funny you should say that. Anyway, we've decided, what did we decide? We decided we're going to fight. Yes. So this is, I know, Froggus, it has kind of turned into AJ's Sword Hour, hasn't it? Apple, you to leave the chicken sword out of this, which I don't say very often. Right, this is for everybody who decided you were going to fight. You decide to fight and rush at dead Carl, arms raised, pushing him surprisingly easily back into the staff room and locking it. Yee-haw! As you catch your breath, you're shocked. Your plan just worked perfectly. You dust yourself off and begin walking towards the door rather smugly. But before you reach it, you see something out the corner of your eye and turn to see a burnt snake whizzing through the air towards you as if it had catapulted itself out of its tank's door. You raise your hands over your face to deflect it, but a collision is inevitable. You try to grab at it, but it quickly wraps its tail around your throat and squeezes. You gasp for air, wondering if you should try and explain that its death was not your fault. Well, this week anyway. In fact, now that you stop to think about it, it has every right to be pissed. But that doesn't stop you from wrestling with it. You rummage through your pockets, hoping to find the knife or the lighter so you can defend yourself. But the snake is too strong. You feel yourself growing weaker through oxygen starvation and fall to the floor. With faltering vision, the last thing you see is the snake slithering towards you with its mouth wide. Noodles is nothing if not ambitious. And you're dead. So there we go. Noodles, I mean, is that Noodles finding justice? Noodles gotcha. Good, fair's fair, right? A snake necklace is an improvement. It's rather permanent, though. Yes, Mr. Well-do Noodles gave us a nice cuddle. And actually, we haven't had the "And You're Dead" song in a while. I think it's because the "And You're Dead" song is the one people dislike the most, I think. Do we like the "And You're Dead" song? I'm not sure. But I will get the human to prepare a poll, and save it so that we can pick songs again, because we've got out of practice. You like it, Kaluna? Oh, that's almost good enough to do it. But I think I am going to do my Raz song at some point. Yes, Froggies will prepare a thingy, a poll. We'll pre-prepare a poll. It's quite tricky to say. Right, anyway, this is the ending for everybody who decided to flee, who decided they were going to run for their lives. Hopefully, maybe, probably not. Oh, we've got another poll. Have we got a poll for a thingy? Do we like the "And You're Dead" song? Right, while you vote on that, this is what happens if you decide to run. You decide to flee. It's not that you're a coward, more that you're lazy, and fending off a zombie does sound like hard work. So you turn and run. Unfortunately for you, you turn and run straight into the pool in the middle of the shop. You flounder around in panic for a frankly embarrassing amount of time before you realise the pool is not very deep, and you get to your feet again. As you clamber out the pool and attempt to evade dead Carl, you notice your vision is obscured and attempt to clear the pond scum from your face. But it doesn't budge. In fact, you feel coiling long, flexible tentacles around your head. Oh, everybody likes the "And You're Dead" song. Oh, well, we'll do that in a minute then. Oh, I've just spoken. I've probably just ruined this ending, haven't I? Anyway, suddenly you remember the fucktopus and wonder how to dislodge it, thankful that at least it hasn't clamped its arms around your throat, solely suffocating you. But your relief is short-lived as you feel all its arms begin to squeeze with a strength you had no idea such a small creature could possess. You pull at the tentacles, hoping to dislodge them by any means possible, but still the grip gets tighter until it's unbearable, and your skull is popped open like Popeye squeezing open a can of spinach in old cartoons. And you're dead. So there we go. I don't know how niche a reference that is. Popeye hasn't been around for many a year. But yeah, Persephone just, you know, crushed your skull open. Pop. Popeye was based on a real person. So yes, Suki, we did it. We did it either way. And Anachronistic. Mr. Pickles, yeah, you were right. You called it. Popeye used to be much more of a thing, right? Eat your veg, children. Anyway, what are we doing? We're doing the And You're Dead song. Let's do the And You're Dead song. Raz third ending, we sacrifice Somdra and run away. I felt almost certain, AJ, that the third ending was going to involve using your sword. Surprise. Shock ending. Human, am I tickling you? I'm sorry. You're lucky it doesn't kill you. You must have built up resistance. Right. We're going to do the And You're Dead song. And then we're going to do Rasputin. What's worse, 8 or Justice for Noodles? Hello, Stephen. You're invested in the wedding. By this time next week, it'll all be almost done and dusted. Yeah. That's the secret fourth ending. Okay, AJ. Blettin doesn't... Hush, Paula. Don't be disgusting. We've got to wait for the honeymoon. We've got to wait a whole fucking week. We're mid-wedding. We can't just stop the ceremony for a quick bunk up. Oh, I sounded so posh when I said bunk up. Oh, Mr. Werewolf Dude, for our honeymoon, we're going planet hopping. And if you're lucky enough to be on Patreon, you'll receive some of our postcards during our honeymoon week. That's the plan, anyway, assuming nothing happens. Stephen, how many weddings have you had? Never you mind, it's very rude. Very rude question. God, we could go on a spree, a planet-destroying spree. Clooney, you want a honeymoon playlist? There's a lot of Barry White. There's probably a more modern reference. But that's all we've got. Anyway, yes, Stephen, I'm quite defensive. There'll be virtual postcards, Froggis. Don't worry, not actual ones, virtual postcards. Yes. But I'm not writing any. Bledden's doing it. I ain't getting involved. Oh, Mr. Pickles, that's so vulgar. Just because I scream to be milked. Anyway, am I doing the And You're Dead song? That's not the And You're Dead song, human. That's the Persephone song. Right, we want the And You're Dead song. Well, that started well, didn't it? Yee-haw! We've never done that, human. Tried to sing completely the wrong song. That would have been good, wouldn't it? The screams of Mint Choc Chip and Milk Me Daddy will echo throughout the galaxy, just as our love will, Kyle. Just as our love will echo throughout the galaxy. Yes, Anachronista, Bletchin will be sending postcards to Patreon. Yeah. Clooney, you meant more of the holiday than that. You've got to be specific about these things when you ask, Luna. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh, we're doing the And You're Dead song. Right, okay, yes. Oh, it's because the key is very difficult, isn't it? Oh, they always are. Oh, fuck, here we go. Right, buckle up, guys. Okay. The escape room begins. You wake up. Wondered if you had any luck. But now it's all right. It's okay. Maybe we'll survive today. But now goats are moving in. And men in black come round again. You've forgotten the plot, but now you've been shot. And you're dead. That was the end of your life. And you're dead. And you're dead. Ah, 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 ah. And you're dead. And you're dead. Ah, 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 ah. And you're dead. Whoa, you're dead. So, yes. Yeah, and actually, so that's why we haven't heard this one in a while. It doesn't help that the human is just so unprofessional that she just starts giggling. Like, I think I could have salvaged that. I think I totally could have pulled that back. Anyway. Mr. Pickles, now you're dead. Excellent. Excellent. Kyle, I did do the Paula. It was indeed an experience. Yes, it was something. Hello, hippity hoppity. What's happening? We're breaking the human, actually. But we're going to sing one more song. We're going to sing the me song. And then I think it's about time to sign off. I think we can tell we've probably squeezed the human of anything good that we're going to get. Mr. Pickles, you died twice in one live is a record. Oh, that's bare minimum. Bare minimum for us. Bare minimum. Clooney, your daughters are going to an escape room birthday party. Cannibalism all round. Yay. Right. Sing. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Cheeky. Oh, I say, Blutton, that you? I'm going to sing. There, I can see you now. I'm going to sing Rasputin, and then we will... Oh, hello, Big Blue. And then we will sign off. Do you know what, Sondra? Yeah, I'm going to let the human take a sip. I think she's only had one sip in an hour and a half. Explains a lot. But then it's not booze, so it's absolutely no help to her at all. Sip, human. There we go. Right. Right, just me. Froggish, you did behave. I have to admit the human was a little bit nervous. but that's how Froggish wins, isn't it? By not doing it every time. Yeah. Right, let's do this. Right, I want everybody ready to sing along. I want you to either be shouting "Ra Ra Rasputin" or I want you to be clapping your hands or something. Come on, no excuses. If you're not a sub and you can't use the stickers, you can use the hand clap emoji thingy or something. Right? Right. Come on, everybody, here we go. Buckle up. Let's make this count. I'm just a simple worm feared throughout the galaxy, and look into my eyes and see your own mortality. Most people look at me with terror and with fear, but to space chickens I am such a lovely dear. Yeehaw! Hosting my escape rooms on a Sunday, full of deathbed snakes and fire. Knew I'd be the kind of worm one day chickens would desire. All together now! Lover of the space chicken, there was a worm that really was gone. Bletton's greatest love machine, global invasion using a spawn. Yeehaw! Ba-da-la-la-la-la-la-lum. Boo! Oh, those space worms. Whew. Well done, everybody. I think you've all put more effort into that than I did. And I'm feeling quite exhausted. Well done, everybody, for all the hand claps, all the rah-rahs, and everything. That was brilliant. We need a blading plug for the spawn. Yet I haven't got a Razlet handy. But there we go. It's your favourite, Paula. It's another one where we don't remember the real words anymore. You had space phone once, Froggies, really. Somdra, I'm always delightfully exhausted after time with Blettin. But hey, enough about the honeymoon. Razlet's next paycheck, Luna, that's okay. I'll make sure I don't eat them all. Not all of them. Besides, I'll be on honeymoon. We hit 24k. Time for me to sing Copacabana. I've got our version of Copacabana. I tell you what, I'm going to sing... I don't know why I'm doing this, human, because it's not a democracy. I'm going to sing our version of Copacabana for all the subs that I have who, because they are repeat subscribers, don't get a sub song. So let's do the Copacabana sub song for them. Ba-da-da, they're all my subscribers, and they became live subs. Now they have cool emotes to use, and the human to abuse, make her do silly shit. It's fun, I must admit, and you get a badge next to your name, so you won't want to quit. Now you're welcome. Welcome to live subs with weirdness, illusion, and lots of confusion. Now you've live subbed. Now you can slay. Ba-da-dum. AJ, you may be on my favourites list. AJ, I may be terrified that you're one day going to present me with the bill for your therapist. And... and there's going to be video evidence of how much we've hounded you for about your sword. Well done all the subs for the do's as well. Yeah. So I think it's probably about time for me to wrap this up. Britain's Got Talent 2025 is calling. Oh, Mr. Pickles, wash your mouth out, please. Human would literally rather die, I think. Anyway, everybody... Oh, Mr. Welfdo, you'd like a cuddle? Okay, bring it in for a cuddle, but be careful. Be careful of my crown. Yeah, come on. Bring it in, guys. Bring it in. Bring it in. Ooh, let in. That's you. Bring it in. Come on. There we go. Froggish, you think it was time an hour ago. Froggish, I love you too. So everybody, don't forget all the cool stuff that you can do. You can go and check out links in profile, okay? Patreon, just have a look. You don't even have to sign up. There is all the wedding songs, all the music video. I mean, it is scarring, actually. Oh, AJ, only one person touched your sword? Come on. Positively drooling. There's lots of free stuff on Patreon at the moment for Wedding Month as our gift to you. So go and check that out. But also don't forget the Razlets and Blazlets and Slay magazine and all the other cool shit, including the mini space desk in the confetti. So until then, everyone, don't forget that every other day there'll be a new part of the wedding saga. And you can join Zula tomorrow for a quiz all about me and my Blet. It was close to rhyming, Somdra, but this is... the human distracted me. Froggies, you feel the love. Am I thawing you, Froggies? Am I? Anyway, everybody, don't forget to join Zula tomorrow. I don't know quite how we're gonna do it yet, but the human has questions, and you better have fucking answers. Yeah. So until then, I can only thank you all for joining me. AJ's got a new sticker. What was the new sticker? Yorkshire Froggies is a new sticker. Or yes, Sandra, if you have Slay 3, it might help you with tomorrow's quiz. Some of them. A frog in a Yorkshire pudding for Yorkshire Froggies. Okay, I'm down with that. Yorkshire Froggies sticker. Okay. It'll be for next week. The human's not going to get it done for tomorrow, but for next week, sure. So everybody, it only leaves for me to thank you all for joining me. AJ, it's not a democracy. Thank you everybody for joining me. Yorkshire Froggies sounds a lot better than a pork sword. I'm afraid it's time for the Finger of Doom to make its appearance. Yeah, like I say, and put us, if you have got Slay, don't forget to leave a 5-star review. Oh yeah, do that. Oh yeah. So everybody, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to join Zula tomorrow and Tipo on Monday, if you're a sub. But for now, everybody, thanks. Thanks for all the gifts and all the likes. And until next time, I'm afraid there's only one thing left to say. Go and have a wonderful rest of your weekend, rest of the day. But until next time, everybody, farewell!